Hi everybody, it is Savannah back for episode number 6. I am Savvy in Stitches here on YouTube and I am really excited to be back. It's been a while and I wrote notes. I have actually a lot to show you all, so I'm really excited to be back. I can show you what I've been up to and yeah, just all the good stitchy things. So first off, I want to show my sweatshirt. I just made these for me and a friend, or two friends actually, but I did a hoop on the arm. I'm having like a stitching weekend at my friend's house next weekend. She invited me. Her and another friend have been doing this for a while, so they are including me this time. I'm super excited. So me and Rhonda are having these as sweatshirts, and then Jessie got a t-shirt. But then I put this girl in here. She looks just like me with the bun and the glasses. And then underneath it says cross stitcher. So here it is. I don't want to stand up because my office chair is a little finicky. When I stand and sit, it likes to scooch down. So but yes, I made these. I'm super excited. They're so cozy and I'm gonna wear it all next weekend while I'm stitching with my friends. So if you're interested in one of these at all, send me a comment. I could list these on my Etsy for sale on t-shirts or sweatshirts. Yeah, I just love her. She's super cute. So I have actually a lot to show. I have two things that I can't show because I don't have them anymore, but I'll talk about those two. So I have quite a few like finishes, fully finishes, all the things. So I'm just gonna get started. And actually, as I'm filming, it's about 7:15. It's Sunday, March 5th. And it is snowing outside right now. I went and picked up dinner for my husband and kiddo and I. And as I was sitting waiting for the food to be ready, it went from like not snowing to blizzard, like full on blizzard, while I was just sitting waiting for the food to be ready. So that was kind of crazy. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow tonight into tomorrow, and then we're supposed to get more. I think it said Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So lots of snow, which is normal for us into March, and I love it, but most people are kind of done with it. So anyways, but gonna get into fully finishes first. So I did finish my first Mill Hill kit, and that kind of set me off on a little thing. So I'll show you that here soon. But the one that I finished was Monster Mash by Mill Hill Autumn Harvest. And I got this at Stitchville. He's so cute with his dog and pumpkin bucket. So my husband and kiddo had picked me out this one and the next one I'm gonna show I think like over a year ago, and I've been seeing a few people stitch Mill Hills recently, and I had started him but I didn't get very far, so I just picked him up one day and oops, I finished him. So he's so cute, and maybe I can I'm gonna pause a few times. I'm holding things up so that the YouTube gods will be nice to me with the optional screen captures for a cover photo, but I don't want to cover up his pumpkin. So lots of different beads on here, and he just turned out so cute, and I was like, this is so much fun. I'm like addicted. So, and then I have over on the other side of my office, I have a huge wooden desk. Maybe I'll do an office tour sometime. A huge wooden desk that my husband and I made for me, and we have filing cabinets as the legs, and I have a cute little stash of magnets that I've made. So because these came with magnets, I went ahead and backed them with felt. I've seen people use like adhesive back felt. I actually just used hot glue, and I only put the glue behind like where the stitching was, and it looks really good on the front. So I used glue and did felt, and then I just used hot glue, you can see, to make sure the magnet was on there really good. But these have been living, this one and the next one have been living on my filing cabinets over the summer. He was so fun. And then, like I said, I had this one too This is Autumn Harvest S'mores by Mill Hill. So after I finished Frankenstein Monster Mash, I was like, okay, I want to do more of these. So I finished s'mores, and both s'mores and the Monster Mash one have a treasure piece. So the Monster Mash has the black heart, and then this one has the red heart. Please, YouTube, pick me, please. And I loved, like, I love that little touch. I of course love all the smaller beads too, but I just thought the treasure pieces where it's like this bigger, nice, pretty bead is just so fun. So, and again, finished it the same way, and it's also been living on my filing cabinets over there. So those were my first two fully finishes, nice and tiny. And then I'm going to tell you about two that I don't have. So I stitched for a friend. I stitched a grapefruit LaCroix, and I fully finished that in a frame for her and mailed it off. She's a fellow Minnesotan, but she's a little bit ways away, so I did that for her. So I will insert a picture here. And then my cousin and I met for dinner on Friday night, and years ago, I can't remember the name of the shop, but I will list the patterns for both this and the LaCroix patterns that I've talked about before, because I made my mom the lime one and I showed you I have a coconut one. So I will list the link for that and the link for this next one I'm going to talk about below. But years ago, for my cousin's birthday during COVID lockdowns and such, she turned 40. She's actually my cousin that I went on the cruise with that I showed you last summer. I made her a Starry Night mini piece. They're on 18 count. I think they come out to be like 1.5 by 2.5 or so. And she loved it. And then she posted on Facebook and said, I hope she makes me the irises one next. So we met for dinner on Friday, and I surprised her with a mini Van Gogh irises cross stitch. So I'll insert that picture here too. I framed it in a mini frame, and that's what I did with her other one too. And she loved it. She was very happy with it. So that worked up in about a day and a half worth of stitching, like my normal stitching time. And I just really like them. They're so cute. They make really fun little gifts. So I will link that pattern below. That shop has a ton of different ones. My cousin just really likes Van Gogh. So that's what I did with that. And then I finished a Buttermilk Basin kit. I bought this kit so about a year ago, actually it was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Buttermilk Basin is actually really close to my house, and we were driving one day. We were off for Martin Luther King Jr. Day last year, and my husband was like, but the outside of Buttermilk Basin says something about like home goods. I don't remember exactly what it says, but he was like, that sounds like a store you would really like. So we had never heard of it before, and we went in and checked it out. And obviously many of you know what Buttermilk Basin is. So if you don't, it is a wool applique and quilt shop, and they also sell some like home goods and that kind of stuff, and they have an online store. A lot of people purchase from them online. Sorry, I'm trying to remember to look at the camera and not at myself. I need to get better at that, so I apologize. Not a pro here, but I had never done wool applique, so I picked up a small kit, and I had told the lady I'd never done it before, but that I cross stitched, and she was like, yeah, I think you do just fine with it. So the one that I picked up was the Hexie Hive Needle Keep, and it's Buttermilk Basin, and these come mostly with everything you need. So you do need, I have the pattern here for it. So they come with, and I can show this because you can't, you can't copy it from that. You need to like actually trace it. They come with the wool that you need, and some of them come with the buttons, but I will get into that in a minute. Some of them don't, so you do need to check that if you're gonna order, if you want it to look exactly like the picture, because many of them do have buttons. So the other supplies you need are your flosses, like to do the stitching, and fusible webbing, and then normal supplies like needle, scissors, things like that, iron. So I completed this. I bought the fusible webbing. This is what it looks like. The one that I watched, I think it was a Lori Holt video, and she suggested this one, so I will link it below on Amazon. It has webbing on one side and then a paper back on the other. So you fuse this and then you peel off the paper backing when you're ready, and it's fusible under the paper backing too. So it's kind of like a two-step one, and this really saved me because I had Pellon fusible webbing that was double-sided, but you have to iron it at the same time like a sandwich, and that was not working. So I got the fusible webbing, I cut out all my pieces, and I finished this in like 2 days. I was cross-stitching too, so this was so fun. I honestly I enjoyed it way more than I thought, and I did I matched the pattern, but also kind of free-handed it. And they don't tell you what colors they use, so you just pick your own. There's some like free will when it comes to that, but I really liked it. And then here's the inside, and this is a felt piece to stick your needles in for your stitching, and then it came with this background fabric to you stitch like all the way around. So again, I did this and I just was like, oh, that was so gratifying. And it's a little bit more freehand than cross stitching, obviously. So I then went to Buttermilk Basin again. So then I found out that Buttermilk Basin does make and takes. They are usually the first Saturday of the month. So my mom and I went, and we did the February Buttermilk Basin make and take, and it is this little piece. And that's like I'm dropping everything. Had like a little dent in it, so I just smoothed that out. But you go, I think that a lot of times like an hour and 15 minutes, and I did finish mine there. And this was so cute because it was, I think, like 10 days before Valentine's Day. So we got this, and then at the end of the class, they gave us all a mini box of chocolates, and this fit like right on top of the mini box of chocolates. So that was cute. And I think it was $10 or $15, and it was all the supplies you need. You just bring a pencil, scissors, needle, and they give you all the fabric, and they gave us the floss, the felt, or the wool. So my mom was her first time doing it, and she finished it. She brought it home to do the rest of the outside stitching, but she finished it too. So that was really fun. And I did buy a couple more kits to start. So I'll show you those in the haul portion. All right, so I think, yeah, that is all my fully finishes. So then I have one finish. I believe I started this since my last video. I know I hauled the pattern and the flosses, but I finished May I by All Through the Night. And I believe I talked about this before, but I was inspired to do this after my first trip to Keepsakes, and I saw this there. So I did buy the pattern and the flosses at Keepsakes, and then I bought the fabric at Stitchville, and I stitched this on 32 count Weeks Dye Works gunmetal, and I have not ironed this yet. I'm gonna fold this in half so it's not so see-through, and here it is. So I just loved stitching this. This is a ton of color changes. There's a ton of colors in this, but it was very enjoyable. And I love that house and the bee scap. So I'll get closer so you all can see. So it says, may I, a small house and a large garden, have? And that is just my dream. That's my dream for the summer, is to just build up our garden. I want to grow all the fruits and veggies. So there that is. And I have plans for how I want to finish this. I went and bought some fabric. So I've never done like a wall hanging finish or like a tapestry type finish where you just right sides together and then flip it inside out with fabric. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do fusible webbing to give me some more stability, make it like a little wall hanging tapestry type thing. And then I think I'll make little loops at the top so I can run like a wooden dowel through and hang it like that. So hopefully I can show you that soon. And I have extra of the gunmetal to play with for something else. So that was my finish. And again, I just loved that pattern. It was a lot of color changes, but it brought me a lot of joy stitching it, and I just kind of stitched it the whole way through. All right, so more WIPS than I've probably ever had. So here we go. So when I was at Buttermilk Basin, I picked up this kit and one other one, which I will show you in haul because I haven't started it yet. But this is the Buttermilk Basin Sweet and Simple Sewing Kit. And how perfect for my office. So I started this. So this is what I was talking about as far as if you're gonna order online, order the button, order the kit, and then order the buttons, because you can see on here there's quite a few buttons, and it was fine. I live really close, so we went back, but I didn't buy the buttons because I didn't know, and it didn't come with them. So I will just know for next time that I need to buy those separately, which is fine. So I have this like all put together. I just have to do the stitching. So here's the, I paid over the phone for the buttons. So I bought the button pack too. And you can see the name of the kit is on there. So they do have them all ready to go for you. So this is where I'm at. And again, you get the patterns, you kind of get an idea of like where everything is supposed to go, but it's not like cross stitching, and I'm not gonna hang it next to the pattern, so I don't. That's like my Mama Loves You GB, like that's my favorite thing she says. I don't plan on hanging it next to the pattern. So it's just kind of a general, you know, idea, and you can have some fun with it. So all the pieces are on for the most. Are all the pieces on? Yes, all the pieces are on. So I just need to do the stitching. And then you can see this is the fusible webbing I was talking about. So it's fused to the back. And then when I am ready to put the backing fabric on, I will peel the paper off and then I can iron it to here. Very cool. And then in the picture, on the pattern, it has, did I just throw that? No, it was upside down. It has this bow at the top. And I could tell the way it was packaged, it didn't come with that pretty, not ribbon, but kind of. So I bought a piece of that. I bought a yard of it at Buttermilk Basin too, so that when I finish it up, I can tie a bow on the top. So WIP number 1. And honestly, the hardest part is like tracing all the pieces and cutting them out, and then you just get to have fun and stitch. So I've really liked that. And then, like I said, I will show you in haul. I did pick up one other one. All right, and then I made some progress on Christmas Blessing by Erica Michaels, and I'm doing this bigger one. So made some progress on this, and I'm stitching this on 40 count Sarah from Grace Note Fabrics with all the called for colors. And this is where I got to. Oh, these cardinals in that color are so beautiful. So this is, I think, about just under halfway. And this is really fun to stitch. And I love this fabric. It's just working up to be such a beautiful piece, and I just feel like it will be like a really timeless Christmas piece. And I think I showed before, but I have a huge piece of this fabric, so I will have room to do something else. And I'm actually really enjoying, I said before that I hadn't stitched on 40 count, and I got this piece and one other, and I am really enjoying stitching on the 40 count. I love stitching with one strand, and I did not think that I would, but you see the variegation so well, and it just comes out to be so pretty. All right, and then 2 more WIPs. This is Huckleberry Farm, and I am stitching this with my friend Shannon Bromo. She is a soda stitcher here on YouTube, and I just absolutely love this. So I will try and insert a picture. I had posted that I had bought this and all the called for flosses, and Shannon messaged me and said that she had it and did I want to do a SAL, and I was like, oh yes. Shannon is a fellow Minnesotan, and I just adore her. She's so sweet and so nice, and I haven't gotten to meet her yet, but I'm really hoping. I've told her this. Shannon, we need to meet at Stitchville, and there's a boba place next to Stitchville now, so we can go and shop and drink boba. And I just, yeah, I'm super excited to hopefully do that. So she asked me if I wanted to like kind of split it up, so I tried to split it into 12 pieces, and we both had so much fun stitching it. We stitched more than one piece, so I want to get back to it, but I've put it down for a little while because I did stitch, I think I said 3 parts. So this is on Fiber on a Whim Heather in 36 count, and I am stitching this with 1 strand over 2, and this is where I got to. I can fold this side over a little bit. So, and we are calling, I said it would be cute if we called it the Soda Savvy SAL. So Soda Stitcher, Savvy Stitcher. That way if we want to do another piece in the future together, we'll just use the same hashtag. So Soda Savvy. This border is so many color changes, but it's so fun. Those berries are stunning. And every time I put in, like, so I have this bird and this hummingbird and then a bee. And then I've got a bear over here and a chipmunk. And every time I was like, I have another animal, I would tell my husband, I did another animal. So I did the whole left border. And then I did this beautiful girl with her blue floral skirt and the plant and the heart motif. And then I came over and did, I'll fold this in half. Sorry, my neighbors are being loud. Our neighbor's like side door where they like to go to their driveway is just right outside my window, so when they slam their car doors we can hear it. So then I did this whole alphabet, and there's of course an alphabet up on the top too, with the bear. So I believe the border was one section, and then the girl and these two motifs was a section, and then this alphabet was a section. And then just so I didn't lose my mojo with the counting, I started in on the big butterfly, and I just made a little bit of progress on that. So that's probably, because the butterfly is huge, so that is probably what I will go to when I pick this up next. And this fabric, so pretty. So it is not the called for fabric, but I'm using the called for flosses. Shannon is doing it on the called for fabric, and it is, hers is stunning. So that is my Huckleberry Farm SAL with the lovely Shannon. And then I have one more WIP, and I don't have a picture to show you because I have the PDF. Well, actually, I can show you on my iPad. This is the Universal Monster Stitch Along from Witchy Stitcher, and I'm doing the black and white version, and she shows it here on a gorgeous orange fabric. But I'm not a big orange lover, much to my husband's dismay, because it is his favorite color. I am a green lover. So I'm stitching this on Needle Bling 32 count Margarita. It's the prettiest. This is actually really true to color. This color right here is really true the way it's showing up on my phone. So it's the prettiest neon green. I'm not also a neon person, but for a monster SAL, you have to be. So I've made, this is what I've been stitching on this weekend actually. I had my mom and a friend over yesterday, and I taught my friend how to cross stitch, and I worked on this while my mom and her worked on other things. So I had part of the coffin and then this border, but I came all the way over here, put in Dracula, did his chandelier, and today at my grandma's I worked on this to get loose. And it's in my frame crooked. I'm always notorious for putting things in the frame crooked, but he's so cute. This looks like a belly button. It's not, it's a necklace. So I'm super happy with this, and I'm gonna keep working on this tonight when I'm done filming, because it's fun. And it's only, it is 9 colors, and they're all blacks, grays, whites, except there's one, I think there's literally like 2 stitches of purple. So I'm gonna reassess if I want to use the purple or not, depending on where it is. I don't remember where in the pattern it is, but I may just make it a gray or something. All right, so then moving on to haul, I have a few things to show. So I will start with the Buttermilk Basin haul. I showed you the one that I started, and then this is the other one that I picked up, and this one does not have any buttons, but this is Simple Circles Through the Year, April. And it is a little bunny with an Easter basket and eggs and carrot. Little chocolate bunny, kind of. So I have not started this one yet, but I'm excited to. It's super cute. Sorry for the glare. And this one was $18. And I do not have the bag for the Sweet and Simple Sewing, but I think it was around $18 to $25 for the Sweet and Simple Sewing one. That was when I started. So I think their kits are really awesome. Like I said, the only thing that I was like, oh no, I didn't know, was the buttons. But they literally come with, you can see the pattern is back here, and then this is the big background piece, and then all the little pieces of felt that you need. And I just really love these. They're so fun. They're once I watched I'll see if I can find that video. I think it was a Lori Holt felt applique video. It all just made sense, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and I really have enjoyed it. So super fun. And then I have a 1, 2, 3 stitch haul, I needed a few floss colors for my Huckleberry Farm. I thought I had purchased all of them, but there were I think 2 or 3 that I didn't have, so I bought those, and then I just added on a few extra things. So I grabbed this December 9 patch from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and honestly I love that little pillow finish with the pom-pom trim. So this one is just 39 by 39. Probably work up in like a day, honestly. And this would be really pretty on my green leftovers from the Christmas blessing. So I grabbed that, and then I grabbed this, and this is from By the Bay Needle Art, and this is Santa at the Lake. And again, I'm from Minnesota, so that just seemed really fitting. Santa on a big fish. So that was 1, 2, 3 stitch. And then I needed to go to Stitchville because I was running out when I was working on the May I from All Through the Night. I was running out of one of the green colors. So I needed to pick up a skein of the green. And then I bought 2 more Mill Hill kits. So I will show you the 2 that I bought and then one that I already had that I'm gonna start. So the 2 that I bought, I was in an Easter mood. This is Jim Shore by Mill Hill White Chick. And I opened them and read the instructions so you can see it's actually a front and back. And the pattern suggests that you stitch the front and you stitch the back and then you stitch around the outside and put a little bit of polyfill in, so they're like a little puffy chick, and then you can make them into an ornament like for an Easter tree or something. So love him. So I have that to start, and then I also, this one looks like a mess and I'll show you why. I also bought Bluebird egg, and same thing, you stitch the front and back and then stitch them together. And I learned from my, their magnets are sticking, from my Monster Mash kit that I need to sort the threads on these. So I did that with the Bluebird egg, and it looks like a mess, but let me unravel so you can see. I sorted them all out, and I just used, a thank you card that I had laying around, and I wrote down all the names of the colors, punched holes, and made them like big floss cards. And these are the other colors on here, and like I said, it's a mess, but I just wrapped it on itself. So these are all the colors, that way, because there's like multiple yellows and blues and pinks, that I won't get confused and use the wrong color. So I think that that will be a good plan. And I did that for the other one that I had in my stash too. I was like on a roll of sorting floss colors. So I think that that is a good plan of attack for Mill Hill kits, because you just kind of get a mass of flosses and you need to kind of make a plan. So the other one that I have in stash is this one, Mill Hill Charmed Stocking in St. Nick's Stocking. And this one, you actually stitch like the body of the stocking, and then the cuff, and then the gift and candy cane are all, it's like 4 separate pieces, and you stitch them together. So I did go through and make a floss card for this one too. So I will be hopefully starting these at some point. All right, and then, this is a big old thing. My husband and I wanted to go on a little day trip. We have done this several times. I've even talked about it since starting my YouTube channel. We've done this a few times, going to Iowa and whatnot. We love to road trip, and sometimes we just want to get in the car and go. So one day I was like, on a Friday night, I was like, do you want to watch Hattie tomorrow, to my mom? And she was like, yeah, what are you doing? And I was like, I really don't know. But my goal for the year, or it's not my only goal, but my like aspirations for the year were to visit Country Sampler and the needlework store in Chicago, Inspired Needle. That was like among my many goals for the year. So my husband and I had kind of planned out that we were gonna go to Country Sampler and then to a brewery. We didn't realize the brewery was closed on the weekends, but we still had a really great day. So I went to Country Sampler for the first time. So this is how we packaged it. Packaged my purchases. So beautiful. So I'm gonna show you. So Country Sampler is in Spring Green, Wisconsin. I cannot remember exactly how far it was. Is it 4 hours each way? I don't remember. But I had so much fun. The store is stunning. Like, I have goosebumps talking about it right now. It was just like little things tucked in different little areas, and like so many models like finished different ways, and little pieces of like fabric all over, and things I had never seen before. It was just stunning. So in that 1, 2, 3 stitch order, I did buy some of the threads for some of these things, and that trip to Stitchville where I bought these, I bought a piece of fabric for one of these things. So I will show you that too, but it was just easier to keep all of this together. So in their basement, they did have a clearance room, and most of it was Christmas stuff down there, but I've seen this before from Pam, Just Keep Stitching, I believe. I don't know if she stitched this or if she just bought it, but this was in that room and it was on sale for $6, so I picked it up. This is Jenny Bean's Halloween Sampler by Shakespeare's Peddler, and I'll read it to you. But I had seen it and I love the saying on it. It says, "When I'm dead and in my grave and all my bones are rotten, if this you see, pray, think of me, or I will be forgotten." So I don't have any immediate plans to stitch it, but I just wanted to have it. So I grabbed that. And then I had not seen this before, or maybe I had, but I have not to purchase, like I've seen it online. This is the Prairie Schooler by the Chimney 2008 limited edition. So I picked this up. I love the variegation in his sweater. His sweater color is Cupid from, it says Crescent Colorworks, but Classic Colorworks. And then they had a model of this, and it was actually stunning, like literally. So I picked this up. This is Awake My Soul by La Di Da, and I've never stitched something by La Di Da before. It says Awake My Soul and Sing, and I just love that. So I did not buy the colors for this or fabric for this or the Prairie Schooler or Jenny Bean, but I did for other things. So let's get into that. So I only bought one thing with their Country Sampler is known for their color conversions, and when you buy, you kind of, a lot of the things they have there were kitted up. So you get the fabric and floss and then their color conversion. And I did not actually find as many like kitted up things as I thought that I would. But there were a few, and it is not going to be my only trip there. It's close enough that I can go back. But yeah, there were quite a few things that weren't kitted up, but like I could have bought the pattern and then it would come with their color conversion. So I just bought one kit and then bought the pattern. So this is my first Blackbird book, and this is A Heart Remembers by Blackbird Designs. Super happy to have this. There's so many stunning things. This is not what I bought, but I would love to stitch this. Forget Me Not in Remembrance. It's stunning. So yes, but the one that I bought this book for was a model, and this is Wildflower Guide, and this is what the book colorway looks like. And I bought the kit. So this comes with 36 count linen, and it tells you in the front that you need the book. And this is the Country Sampler colorway. The picture looks a little dark, but I saw the model of this in person and it was just absolutely stunning. So I will be working on that. And I don't know, I'm gonna open this and see if it tells me what linen this is. So it gives me all the flosses I need. No, it does not tell me. It just comes with the piece of linen. So it says 36 count linen. And then, like I said, all the flosses. So, and then the next thing I kitted up there was Peppermint Pals by Brenda Gervais. So I got the pattern there. And they had some of the flosses that I needed, but then the ones that they didn't have in stock, I ordered in that 1, 2, 3 stitch order. And then I knew I wanted it on like a bluey green. So when I was at Stitchville that day, I just picked up a small piece of 32 count linen in Stony Point. So I'm going to stitch this on here. A little bit darker and more green, but I liked that with all the colors. I think it will be really, really pretty. So there's that. And then the last thing from Country Sampler is I got a Winter's Day Visit by Brenda Gervais. I was in a Brenda Gervais mood, and they had this stitched up as well. No color conversion for this. They used called for colors, and I got a fat quarter of 40 count Winter Brew to stitch this on. And this is called for on Brenda's Brew, and I was holding Brenda's Brew, but the white in this is grits, and I was like, here's the, I'm gonna scooch it up. Here's the grits right here. And I was like holding it next to the Brenda's Brew, and I was like, I want a little bit different. So then I went with Winter's Brew. So that is what I got at Country Sampler. And it's been like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks since we went, and I've been really anxious to start this. So, but I didn't want to start too many things that I had purchased before I filmed. So that is everything that I bought. I have so much stuff on my desk now, but I brought this out. This lives under my desk, and around Christmas time, I went through like my stash of patterns, and I was trying to decide like, were there things that I really wanted to stitch this year? And I have like kits or things that I have kitted in my closet that I'm not even like taking into account when I talk about this, but I haven't really discussed like plans before on my channel. This is probably as close as I get to plans because I just kind of go where the wind takes me, but I thought I could go through this basket. I don't know. I just thought that would be fun. Otherwise, I'll see you next time if you're not interested. But I thought it would be fun to go through this. So I am going to pull all these out. Hard to do that one-handed, sorry. All right. So this is just a mishmash of things that I saw when I was going through my patterns and they spoke to me. So first things first is this tiny prairie schooler. Stitch Will sells these near the checkout. I've seen them at a few other needlework stores too. It's just a cute little tiny spring thing, and I think it would be cute as a teeny tiny little pillow. So that is in here. And then I have, I really love Brenda Gervais. I don't know, who doesn't? I have Cup of Christmas Cheer by Brenda. And I got this 14 count Ada to go with it. I just picked this up at Hobby Lobby. I thought the mint color would be so cute with like the vintagey style. So I have that ready to go. I have this that is like a whole kit. This is Country Cottage Needleworks Merry Christmas, My Dear. And I've showed this before. So I have this kitted up with polka dot linen. And then I put this in there. This is Prairie Schooler Happy Christmas. Sorry. It's a classic. And I would do it on the black. Love that. All right. And then this is funny. There is a antique mall in, I think it's in Ohio, it might be in Kentucky, when we go and visit my aunt and uncle that live there, and I've gotten a lot of old books there. So there are a few things in here that I have purchased through there that I just think are fun. So this is Cedar Hill Country. It says 1983 on the back, and I love both of these, the strawberry and the fresh eggs. I got this for 10 cents. So I love that. This is a classic, and I cannot even believe that this is this way. This is a Jan Lynn pattern of Prairie Birds by Prairie Schooler. And obviously you can get this from Prairie Schooler, but this was clearly a kit at some point. So the colors are not indicated. I'll have to figure that out. But if I can just show you, this pattern is like huge. It's this folded in half. But I'm obsessed, and I don't know if I want to stitch it as like a whole thing or if I want to stitch like individual pieces. I don't know, but I love it. So that's something I want to do, priority. This is also from that antique mall, and this is just so 90s and hilarious to me that I want to do it. This is a Leisure Arts Fancy Feathers leaflet 326, and again, it was 10 cents. I think it would be hilarious to stitch one of those. So I have that in here. I have this Satsuma Street ornament set 1. And I love the Santa, I love the tree, I love the bird. And like, I'm not gonna be in a tizzy if I don't stitch these by the end of the year. I have my whole life. This is just like what spoke to me when I dug through my stuff. This I got at a Scandinavian store in Minnesota. I don't remember the name of it. It's in Northeast or South Minneapolis. But this is by Kathy's Creations. And it has a Minneapolis P.O. box on it. And it does not have a name. But it looks like this. And it says, Minnesota, the state of the North. Lakes, lakes, lakes. Loons, loon, 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 loon. 1986. Pretty simple, but like a little Minnesota sampler. Sure. I have this in here. This is Wander With Me by Threadmilk Design. I know some of these I've hauled since I've had my YouTube, so I know, I'm sorry you've seen these before, but this is Lizzie Kate Jingles Noel. This one has the button. Oops. This is Stitching with the Housewives. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. I've only stitched one Stitching with Housewives, but I have quite a few, and I really loved the one that I stitched. This is also Stitching with Housewives, and this is A Merry Little Christmas. I got these at the store in Osage. Why can I not think of it? I've been there several times. Stitchery Nook. They were on sale there, and I love Stitching with the Housewives, so I picked those up. This is another Lizzie Kate. This is Dear Santa, We've Got Cookies. I have a lot of Christmas stuff in here, but I was also going through this, like through my stash around Christmas and deciding like, oh, what would I really love to stitch in 2023? So that could be why. This is Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. This I hope to start really soon. I have the fabric. This is Silver Creek Samplers My Christmas List. Also got this from Stitchery Nook. Love to do that this year. Another Lizzie Kate Let Freedom Ring. And a Little House Needleworks Sampler Tree Ornament Series Merry Christmas. Like, a lot of these would be just really, really quick to stitch, so I should just do them. I really want to stitch this. This is Prairie Schooler Spring Samplers. And I want to stitch this one. It says, Does thou not see the little plants, the little birds, the ants, the spiders, the bees working together? These are lovely. I bought this again, inspired by Pam from Just Keep Stitching. This is Cricut Collection number 314, Summers at the Lake. I would love to do this ASAP. And it comes with both of these patterns. I want to do the big one. I don't know that I would do the letters in between. It says vintage. Might just do the swimsuits. Our bathroom up here is lightly beach inspired. There's tan tile in the bathroom, so when I was very hormonal and pregnant, my husband let me paint the bathroom coral pink. Not really my personal style. Don't know where I was going with that, but it was inspired by a photo from the Condé Nast collection. I'll see if I can insert a photo here. We have a big print of it. It's two women in like vintage swimsuits outside of a beach hut, and I love it. My cousin just texted me. I'll tell you that in a second. But anyways, I feel like this would be really beautiful with the theme of that bathroom. I posted something earlier on my Instagram that said pub crawl but bakeries, and my cousin Elise it's so good we don't live near each other because I think it would be really trouble for our husbands. Just messaged me like croissant crawl hashtag Elise, I'm coming for you. Anyways, if you're still watching me, you're probably not. I have a lot of prairie schoolers in here. The next several are prairie schoolers. This is Band Samplers, book number 40. And the cabin one is the one, this is the reason I bought it. It says content lodges oftener. Yeah. Content lodges oftener in cottages than palaces. And I love that. So Midwestern and beautiful and true. And then the other one's this one says plant your seeds in a row, one to eat and one to grow. And I love that too. I would love to do both of those. This thing is like pretty full too. So I should start stitching from it so I can put some of them back. This has been on my want to stitch list for so long. This is book 145, Weatherwise. And I want to stitch this one. Red Sea at Night, Red Sky at Night, Sailor's Delight, Red Sky in Morning, Sailor Take a Warning. Everyone has stitched that. I would like to as well. Another prairie schooler in this basket. Where there are bees, and it says where there are bees there is honey. Book 193. I'm a honey girl. I love bees. I love honey. The city we live in is a suburb of Minneapolis, and just within the last 2 years they passed allowing residents to beekeep in their backyard. Pretty sure my husband's not into that, but he was like, of course they passed that. Just for me. So I would really love to beekeep. So, and we are local honey consumers. We love to purchase local honey, and if you don't know the benefits of it, I would highly recommend reading up on the benefits of eating honey from local farmers to your area. There's lots of them. This is a freebie that I got from Keepsakes, and this is May Your Spools Be Full from Sue Hillis, and this is what it looks like. Sorry, it's so small because the pattern is on the same sheet, so, but it says may your spools always be full and your needles always be sharp. So that is in here. And then I have the Keepsakes Your Favorite Needlework Shop from Sue Hillis. I did not get like the oh, it's right here. I did not get these patterns. I don't know if I will. I really just love this like top sampler piece that's in there. And then I really want to do this one. Lizzie Kate Cross Stitcher in Residence. So cute. And the last one. This is a freebie too, so I'm just gonna quick show it because I don't have a cover photo for you, but this is from Little House Needleworks and it's miniature winter game board. There is a model of this at Keepsakes, which is where I got the freebie from, and it is so cute. It's just like tiny and mini, and it literally just looks like a little like Midwestern cabiny checkerboard. So I would love to do that one this year too. So that is everything that is in this basket. So lots of stuff. Again, I don't know, you know, if I'll actually get to any of it or all of it or what the world holds for me this year, but we're sitting at March and I have quite a few finishes and I'm pretty proud of that. Like a lot of them are small, like I showed, but I'm still pretty proud of it, and I hope to keep on through the year with that. I felt like I was kind of spending the last month or two finishing up some WIPS I had in progress, like the May I and starting some Mill Hills and stuff. But I would like to spend my year doing some of that too. I do have quite a few WIPS now, more than I ever have. And I just love to have like finished things around my home. So the more that I think about how many WIPS I have, the more I think I should just be finishing those. But then beautiful things are in my possession to start too. So I don't know, we'll see how the year goes, but I am still really hopeful to keep up with my FLOSSTUBE channel, and still really hopeful to, you know, keep sharing my stitching with you all. If you would like, you could follow me on Instagram. It's Savannah Sue. I will link it down below. It's my personal Instagram. I'm not going to make probably a separate Instagram ever for stitching, because I do have a separate Instagram for my business, and that's just more than I want to do. But I share a lot in my stories of what I'm stitching on, and as I've been finishing stitching finishes, like fully finishes, so I shared these and I shared the LaCroix that I did. I've been sharing those as posts on my feed, so if you're interested, I highly suggest following me there so you can kind of keep up with me more often. And I do hope to try and film a little bit more than I have in the past. Life is busy, so I try, but yeah. And then if you've stayed this late, I don't think that I have announced this yet. Have I? I'm gonna check my planner. Hold please. I filmed FLOSSTUBE number 5 on January 6th, and on January 23rd, I got a StitchCon invoice. I'm so excited. So I am going to StitchCon weekend B. I have paid my invoice. My plan is to go, oh sorry, I shook my table, with my friend Jessie. I'm seeing her next weekend, so we're kind of needing to iron out the details. I have a plan. We're gonna drive. I've shared this before, but we have a lot of family in Cincinnati and we go see them several times a year. So that drive is nothing to me and my husband. And I asked Jessie and she said she was good with driving too. But I have kind of a crazy suggestion. I don't know Jessie that well, so I don't know if she's going to be like, absolutely no, I'm not doing that with you. But about what I want to do to get down there. So, but I will be at weekend B. I'm super excited. And I already know what I'm gonna make for my smalls exchange. I'll probably share it because I don't have a very big following, and I won't share how I'm gonna wrap it so you wouldn't know, but I bought something to finish it already, so I need to start that. I'm really excited about it, so I'll probably show that for sure because I'm gonna make one for myself too. But I'm super happy. I was really anxious that I wasn't gonna get to go, and I wanted to go so bad. So yeah, I will be there in my full energy, full excitement, glory. I will be there. I'm so excited. So tell me if you're gonna be at weekend B. Tell me what you're stitching on, and I'm gonna go hang out downstairs with my husband and have a big glass of water because I've been having to clear my throat a bunch from talking and work on my Universal Monsters. So I'm really excited about that, and I will see you all next time. Bye.